Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to the Federal Communications Commission. Today, we have on our hand the agenda of wireless spectrum rights. We have a few available, and we're going to sell them to our current market share. Luckily, most bidders of ours are going to be large telecommunication companies. What we can rationally summarize is that all of these would be risk neutral means they pose no threat of monopoly or as such. Now, this raises a question: what kind of auction are we going to conduct? Because various auctions lead to various outcomes in terms of the final revenue for the FCC. Hence, why I have prepared a brief presentation for you to follow through. This would give you a brief idea as to why my current suggestion stands as it does. So, what are we going to do? I am suggesting a second price auction, also known as a Vickery auction. A second price auction is where bidders, much like a first price auction, seal in their bids. Everybody submits a bid, and the highest bidder wins. The catch is the highest bidder pays the value that the second highest bidder posed. Now, while this may seem like an added advantage, but not as such, what it does is trick your brain into doing a couple of things. And I'm going to discuss these things, and this will give you a final picture as to why I'm suggesting these as opposed to other auction types. Oh, what this auction type would do is achieve a very difficult goal. This would encourage bidders to put in their highest bid or to put their best foot forward. Here is how it does it, and here is why bidders would follow suit. Bidders are motivated to put in their highest bid. The idea of having the leeway of paying the second highest bidding value. That means I can put in as much money as I can afford, but if I have the highest bid, I pay the value of what the person who's in second place put. Hence why I still save a little bit of money, which is why I can put in my absolute best. If I can say afford $1 million bid, I'm gonna put in $1 million bid, because if I win, I don't suffer from the winner's curse, which I'm gonna discuss in a little bit, and I end up paying a little bit less than the $1 million. And this tricks your brain into putting as much effort as you can into putting the highest bid forward. The given market presents itself as risk neutral, as we discussed earlier. They will end up bidding for what they truly consider to be the value of the wireless spectrum rights. This would lead to a higher revenue for the FCC as compared to other auction formats. And like I said, this would also alleviate the winner's curse. Now, what is the winner's curse and what other auction types am I steering you away from? Let me discuss as such. My options went in the following order. First would be a first price auction. First price auction is, as you would see in popular Hollywood movies, there is a large gathering. We start off with least possible value, and then people keep raising their bids until we reach an absolute veto situation where there is only one sole bidder with the highest bid. What this does is put them into a bidding war where people like first it starts with a congenial underbidding situation where people try to put in bidders would try to put in lower amounts, hoping that there will be that other bidders won't see value in the broadcasting rights as they do, and they would not put in their bids. And as these prices keep going higher and higher, and if all the bidders see a very high potential value in these wireless spectrum rights, they would subsequently engage in a bidding war. This would lead to a dissatisfaction. This would increase revenue for the FCC, but this would also increase the winner's curse, which could in turn affect our revenue negatively. Meaning which that because of this underbidding situation, the absolute cap for the bid is not as high as a second price bid, which is why the whole feeling of the winner's curse. I won, but I lost so much money. The English auction. Now, what is an English auction? An English au- uh, an English auction would be as I described earlier. I apologize. A first price auction is where people put in their bids, seal their bids, everybody turns in their bids, and then whoever has the highest bid wins. This again would promote a little bit of the winner's curse, where the highest bid, not knowing what other people have bid, you bid an absurd amount and end up overpaying over what the general majority thinks the value of the spectrum rights are. That would be the first price auction. An English auction is what I described earlier as what you would popularly see in Hollywood movies. Then a Dutch auction. A Dutch auction is also known as a descending price auction, is where we as the FCC would set a cap for what we think to be the value of the wireless spectrum rights. And then we would subsequently lower the price until we find a price where bidders agree with what our current understanding of the value is. And these were my options. All of these could potentially drop the revenue or the culminative revenue for us, which is why I think a second price auction would be the best for us. It would, hence why this is what I have to say about it. It would be in the best interest of the FCC to auction off wireless spectrum rights in an auction that follows the format of a second price auction. Thank you.